Hello. Sorry we came on a minute late. We were chatting and I didn't realize what time it was. Uh, I had lots of time and then it was gone. So, all right. 39-second delay. My goodness. Okay. Um, Hi. Tanya had to run and get something, so she'll be back in just a minute. Sorry I was late getting started. We were chatting and I didn't realize it had gotten be past 2 o'clock. Hi, Mindy. I'm glad you're here. You're always so prompt. Tanya was showing me what she's got over there. She's going to show everybody, and so I was complaining about the fact that I can't pull one of these out without pulling a bunch of them out, even though I've already separated them. And so she was talking about what she's got. Now these won't fit in one of those because they're longer. That they're bigger than the ones she has, but I have some of those little ones like she has, and so I think it would be cool to have the things she's got there to fix them up. I'm going to let her tell you about them in a minute. And I am thinking about going ahead and sewing through this today and get it put together. I don't know if that's a
Hello,
good idea or not.
Mindy and the Victorian Edge. Do you know who that is, Lisa?
No, I don't, but I'm happy you're here.
Yes, we are. We're very happy you're here. And if you have a first name you'd like to be called by, we would be glad to call you if we can remember. We do try to
Yeah.
keep a list.
So I've got
Um,
a list. I'll write it down if you'll tell us what you like to go by so we'll remember
mhm.
you next time. Hi,
and
Maria. Hi, Mindy.
and hi, Maria. And I'm sorry that we were a little late. We were chatting and just forgot, that we have to come on.
Victoria. Well, that's perfect.
Well, that's perfect. I might be able to remember that. Mm. And Lisa, I have to
Uh
go
huh.
right. I have to go right at 4:30 today.
Okay.
We have got to go over to Mom's. It's just, and I'm in the midst of a bead show, so I can't go late.
Is she okay?
Yes, yes, but I haven't been over there in a couple weeks, and yeah, I don't know. Well, you know because you have a water bed, but Mom's new bed, she got it a couple years ago, but it's one of those huge thick mattresses,
Yes.
and she cannot change the sheets,
Yeah.
you
My
know,
kids go
and
over and change my mom's sheets once a week
and
and turn
and
her big fat mattress on the bed.
yes, and if Jeff's been over there, he will go over if he's over that direction, he will go over and change the sheets. But it's probably been almost 2 weeks since we've been over there, and we haven't changed the sheets. So, um,
Hi,
hence
Paula.
creations. Hi,
Kathleen.
Paula and Kathleen and Victoria.
We're happy to have y'all here. Thank you for coming. We're going to have to get Santa on our list.
Yes, I know. Um, he's busy. He is still outdoors today. He's been outdoors for 2 days like that. Um, he discovered that our back stairs, the stair treads underneath, no, the stringers, the things that hold the treads, the
Right.
piece underneath was rotted pretty bad. And so he's been rebuilding stairs,
Yeah.
which
Well,
is,
you don't want them to go out on you as you walk down. So,
well, the big thing was is he went to he went to put up. He's trying to put up a light out there. When our friends were here, he couldn't cook. Um, it was one of those things that Q. Oh, the U is in the wrong place. QRST
UV. I
U.
was wrong. UV, not UR.
Yes. Uh-huh. I knew it didn't sound
See,
right.
I didn't sing the song. I didn't sing the
Yeah.
song.
We were discussing this, guys. I'm trying to get these in the right order, and I can't. WXY and the T and the Z are being glued back together, so they have to go in there like that. But you know what?
Let me make you big so you can show that.
Okay. Um, on Sunday, I opened this little box of these things, and they're just little letters. Okay, they're tiny, they're cheap. I have no idea where I got them. They had never been opened. Don't ask me why, but I really liked them when I used them Sunday. And Susan Gerald suggested that I get a box that bullets come in, or ammunition comes in these boxes. Now, this one would be absolutely wonderful because they're straight and they hold them perfectly. But unfortunately, this little puppy only has 25 holes. This one, which is more the norm, it's really hard to see, but all it has is little black pegs in there, and they're offset a little bit. So these things, plus it's from smaller rounds, so they don't fit in straight. They have to go in crooked. So I know I have a long one like this somewhere that's like this, because Jeff gave it to me and he said, don't you think you want this on your jelly plate? And I know I've kept it, but I cannot find it. So yesterday I asked him if there was any possibility he had another one, and he went to try to find me what I needed, and he did some consolidating of stuff, and he came up with these two, but he said this one only has 25 holes. So I kept it because I have some other little tiny stamps that might work. And then this one is going to work, but they have to go in a little bit crooked, but they still are better than thrown in a
Then
bag.
that little paper box.
Well, and the paper box was almost impossible to get them all to stand up and go back in there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I believe
and
that. That's why mine ended up thrown away, and now my little stamps are just thrown in a drawer
right. And
even
people made the comment that she'd have to talk to her sister-in-law about getting, some of these little boxes. Well, the thing of it is if you stopped by any shooting range, you might be able to get the guys to somebody there to see if they had any like thrown out, because this actually comes in either a cellophane wrapped thing or a cardboard box or something like that. Jeffrey normally would just put them in the recycle bin because they're plastic. So I'm probably going to try to stop by the place I know here in town and see if the guys have any, just thrown away in the range part of the shop.
yeah, that's a good idea. I
So
know we have a gun range. I've never been to it, but I think I know where it is. So I'll go try to find some of those.
well, and you can make me small again. The guys at the gun shop too, even if they don't have a range, use
Yeah.
the D upside down as a P. Use the D upside down as a P, then that little box would work. Well, it would, except I have a period, a question mark, and an exclamation mark. And for some reason, I have, okay, I'm pretty sure this is a B and this is the Q. And for some reason, I have a capital B and then a small b. Don't ask me why. I don't know. But that seems to be the case. So I have I have too many extras. So anyways, but yes, and I have some other things too, Mindy. I'm pretty sure I have some more little tiny stamps. And this other box is a little bit nicer. So the other thing is now I got to find some other kind of box to put them in so that they don't um, end up dumped out because I knock them on the floor in a craft-a-lanch.
Yeah. And that was one reason I bought this one, because it,
Uh-huh.
was wood and it shuts and it's all pretty. And
Yeah.
and it had lowercase and uppercase letters and numbers. So it was perfect, right? But when I
Hmm.
pull one out, I get, the other ones come out with it.
Yeah, they're not separated
And that
enough.
happens even though I went in and I took them all apart and, separated them. They stick back together.
Yeah. And yeah, Mandy,
So,
I'm thinking that I'll look because I may have a little set just like it that was numbers. Um, it may have been a smaller set, but I thought I had some numbers too, and then I could put the numbers and the letters together. So, or it may
hi
have been that
Janice, hi Violet,
I
hi
may have had an
Teresa.
upper and lowercase, you know, box. So we'll see. But I just wanted to show you that because it did work very nicely. It took him a few minutes to figure out what might work. And like I said, I know the one I have, I think is red. You know how you can remember you have something, but
Uh-huh.
I can't find it.
I don't remember you ever using it on the jelly plate though.
No, no, and I think he gave it to me for my jelly plate long before I ever started using it. I got the jelly plate, and that thing sat here for months before I really started using it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, hi Janice and Violet
Okay,
and Mindy
Teresa
and
needs you to tell her
Teresa.
about the box again because she got here late and she needs one of
Oh,
those. So,
okay. Teresa, they're bullet boxes. Their ammunition comes in. Bullets come in them. See, they're divided so that each little bullet. This probably was 9 millimeters rounds set in there, and that's why they're more expensive. So they come in a smaller box. This one I know for a fact was 22s. We have a 22 for target shooting, and it's the pins in it. They're pins instead of little squares, and they would have come. This would have come probably inside a cardboard box or wrapped in paper, or and it was Susan Gerald's idea. Hi, Susan,
hi
to do this.
Susan. Hi
And
Joy.
if you're not lucky and don't have a husband like mine, I had suggested you go someplace where they have a shooting range because, it doesn't take long to use 25 bullets at a shooting range. Just so you know. And so they probably, the guys would find these in the trash can. Hi, Nancy. So,
Hi Nancy.
but no, I didn't make it. It was a rounds, an ammunition box. So that you
But
could
it
go
was a
to the
great
firing
idea.
range.
Thanks for showing us.
Yes, and Susan, that's what I was thinking. The firing range, and if you don't know where that one of those is, just go to any gun shop and ask the guys, and they might even save them for you when they go to the gun shop. Um, so because Jeff had to do some consolidating, he took different size rounds and put them together in a box so that I could have these.
That was
These
nice of
not
him.
Yes, it was sweet of him. So, of course, I was sure I had some doilies that were coffee dyed, but I can't find them. So I decided I would just do I would just ink it. So I inked
Yeah,
it.
inky dinky do.
Yep, inky dinky do.
Well,
I'm
it looks
trying.
good.
I'm trying to. I want to do a tuck thing. Is what I thought I would do. We'll see if it's gonna work. So
Oh, yay. Teresa needs to get some anyway, so she'll just get her a box when she gets them. So that'll work out.
there you go, Teresa. The deal is whether or not you can go and get any of that. I don't know about you, but about up there, but around here, it's very, very hard to get.
And I don't know, how it is at the gun shops around here because I don't, go shopping for that kind of thing. But I did notice that Walmart said they're not carrying guns anymore.
That's right, they don't.
So,
And Susan is right. Pawn shops that sell guns often have ranges in the back. As a matter of fact, the indoor range where I go on Ladies' Day, um, has that's what it is. It's a pawn shop that sells a tremendous number of guns, and it has an indoor range there. um, I haven't been going because ammunition is too hard to get to just go target shoot, and that's the only reason to go. Onion skin dyeing. It's funny, Teresa. I've been saving my onion skins. I got a whole bunch. Hard everywhere, but easier to get than a lot of states. That is true, Teresa. Open police shooting range. Oh, that's cool. In South Dakota, we had the best. It was outdoors. It cost us $2 to go get the key, and that was just a management fee. Had a great range. But, that was South Dakota, so we don't have that here. All right, so I think we're going to try this. We're going to just try it. If we don't like it, then we will just start over again. There we go.
okay.
That
I'm
was
not
really
sure if
cool,
this will
Teresa.
actually.
What's going on?
Oh, I was just going to say I'm not sure if this will actually work, how I'm planning to do this, because I'm just wanting to sew right through these.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be easy to poke holes through this because the board books are so thick. Now there's no cardboard in any of the spines. So
Mm-hmm.
individually, I think they'll go through, but getting them to all go through in one setting might be difficult.
Okay, so you need to pick up like the two top ones and punch your hole and then lay them on top, and that hole will then just go down through that hole as a marker. Do you want me to show you what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Candy.
Oh. Hi, Janet. Hi, Candy. I'm glad
Oh,
you're both
Janet.
here.
I miss Janet coming in. Hi, Janet.
Hi,
Hi,
Becky.
Becky. You love the
I'm
pine
just
cones.
gonna
You
just.
love it already. Well, thank you. There's three pages that will have it. It's the pine cones and this and then this one. Because I'm doing three signatures, and while they're not the same, they are kind of the same. So, that's what I'm trying. Scott's interview. Oh, good, Becky. That sounds great. Guys, if we missed anybody coming in, I do apologize. I'm sorry that we missed you. Okay. And And Jeff said he has to finish. So if we hear sanding and it's too loud, I'm to come tell him, and he'll go to the back of the yard to sand. But I think it sounds like he might be kind of done. He didn't think and didn't buy any 2x4s for the railing, for the handrail, and so he's using some other lumber that he had, which meant that he was going to have to do some shaving on it. And look, I have just the right amount to do 3 little pieces of this lace. It's amazing when it comes, just the right amount. But we need some scissors, and I need those little orange scissors. There we go. Nick's House of Pizza. They went to Nick's House of Pizza, but got beef tips over rice. So, oh, you're going to poke them that way. I was thinking you would use your crocodile.
Yeah, no, I decided I'm just going to do this and see if it'll work.
Okay.
If it won't, then we'll try a different method. But
okay, well, there you go. Okay. Now, my thought was that needed a little bit of color. Not a lot, but a little bit. Okay, where's the other one? That's interesting. Okay. I'll be right back. Oh, Barbara made it. Oh, boy, I made it finally. Teresa's gonna go put her doily in the dye. Yeah, I forgot to. I don't know. I was sure I had some coffee dye. I keep thinking I've got coffee dyed doilies, and apparently I don't. I don't know why. No, I put it up in a different spot. That's what's going on there with that one.
Susan says she was looking through the kitchen drawer and she found a bunch of those single crystallite pouches in different colors. Oh, she means different flavors. Yeah, we always think in terms of art with everything, don't we?
Uh-huh. Yep. The tiramisu that followed her home. Oh, no. Tiramisu's following things home. You need a pair of pliers, Lisa. So
I do. I got it through the first one like that, but this one wasn't going to work. So
yeah, I don't know, Becky, about the tiramisu that followed you home. Okay, I gotta be able to see the line here. Let's see if this is going to do what I want it to do.
Okay, why would this not go through if the... Okay, there we go.
Well, I cut that, but I think it needs... little backup here. Yep. And I'm going to have a whole circle that I cut off part of. So, first things first. First, we need the strips. And this is how long? This is 9 inches.
I'm trying to catch
Hi, Barb.
everything.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Barb. Hi, Andrea. Hi,
Hello,
Lisa.
Lisa. Okay, and that Lisa's who told you needed pliers.
Ah, well, she was right. She was right.
You don't keep pliers right there in front of you?
Well, I used to keep them in this this little thing right in front of me, but I got so much other junk in there that
it had to change out what you were keeping there. I
yeah.
know that feeling. Okay, so right. Now we want
that this hole is even centered.
probably about this one. What's the matter?
This is going to be a very wonky book.
Well, I thought it was supposed to be wonky.
Well, it is.
Okay.
It is.
I thought it was supposed to be wonky. All right. Yeah, I think that will work. Okay, so I need 3 of those. Okay, Lisa's done for the day. She's worn out.
It's amazing how much effort it takes to do this. It's ridiculous.
Yep. Well, that's a lot of thickness that you've got going on there.
It is. It's a lot of junk to try to go through, but I got through it, so.
Jacqueline made it. Hello, Jacqueline.
Hey, so glad you're here.
Okay, so what I decided was that the half of a circle, it doesn't really, what happens is, I want to pull this out a little from the edge, and then I want to put this all, okay, I want to put it like, I want to put that on the edge, that on the edge, this pull out a little from the edge, because I don't want to hide all my lace. Well, no. Actually, I guess I'm pulling this out a little bit too. Okay, so then the half circle that I put in there, here, I'll show you what it looks like when I get it in there. See, it doesn't go all the way to the edge, and I need it to go all the way to the edge so that it has the stability so that when you're tucking papers under it,
right,
it's holding it. So I'm going to cut a whole big circle. A giant circle. Okay, I'm going to decide where I want this stuff.
What about just wrapping that around the whole thing, and that would give it?
That's what I'm getting ready to do. Is I'm gonna.
Oh, see,
I'm actually thinking I'm gonna wrap it. I was thinking I was gonna wrap it around. I'm thinking I'm going to wrap it around over here. because that little cute spot would then hide my staple. But
I've
I'm
got my
thinking,
camera in a different place than I normally do, and so I keep getting out of. I'm going to scooch my camera over a little bit.
okay.
There, that'll feel more natural.
Aha, there you go. So it's going to go like that.
Thank you, Andrea. Yay,
And
Lisa, I did it. Yeah, I like it. I'm happy.
yay! Oh, that is so cool. Okay, like that. And then this piece will go on there to hold the whole mess in place, just because it needs a little bit more stability, like so. And then you can tuck and tuck. This one I think is going to get glued down. Well, maybe not. Mm-mm.
I think I'm going to work in here. Whoops. Lamps put up out of the way. Actually,
There's a lot of banging going on outside. Oh, now it's sawing. Okay, I'm just gonna tuck it around this, like so.
I think I'm going to go ahead and glue this little hanky down,
Uh-huh.
and then just go ahead and glue it to this over here.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
That way I can use it in its entirety, and it will leave some pretty.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that's too much stuff hanging out?
Nope. I do
Okay.
not.
I do not either. It may encourage me to even leave more hanging out other places. So
Susan says, and YouTube has taken her blue again. What's up with that? My thumbs show up black instead of blue, and I'll tell you, don't like it one bit. YouTube is really funky. Last night, I tried to access YouTube off and on for an hour and could not get a single video to load.
well, a lot of people's streams were having trouble too. And I heard some people saying they were having trouble on Instagram and Twitter and several other places. So it may have been a whole internet issue rather than just a YouTube issue.
It may
I
have
didn't have
been.
any trouble what I was doing, but Darren and I were just streaming, watching stuff. I dedicated my whole evening to just watching stuff with him last night. So I didn't even try to, do other things, but
Right. Well, that was dumb, Tanya.
but this morning I heard that a lot of people were having trouble.
Having trouble. I forgot to ink that, so. And Teresa said YouTube keeps taking her comments away. Teresa also said, go for it, Lisa, let it all hang out.
Okay.
But is
I
it
will.
Mr. Hanky, is it? Mr. Hanky?
Do what?
I don't think that's Mr. Hanky.
No, this is a Miss Hanky.
I'm pretty sure it's a Miss Hanky, yeah.
Yeah. Not many self-respecting misters would want to use it, although it would work just fine for them if they would, but
Blowing your nose on a piece of fabric, it doesn't really matter which it is, whether you are a Mr. or a Miss, but it's always nice to have pretty ones. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a little better now. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so the plan is glue and glue, glue and glue. Yeah.
That makes me happy just being that much done so far.
Yay! Now notifications. Just a bell at the top. Journey's here. Hi, Journey. There's Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Yes, I think it was a big update. Some changes in YouTube Studio and mobile devices and junk. Yeah, and
Jamie.
every type of device I have decided it needed to update this morning.
Yeah, mine did yesterday.
Jamie's going to lurky again. That's wonderful. We're just glad you're here at all.
Thanks for letting us know you're here.
Yep. Okay, so all right, I'm happy with that. Okay, but this is going to have to be stitched on for sure. So we got to have some stitching on that, but I can glue these down. Probably going to need to do some, what do you call that? Those little clippy things is probably going to have to come into play here because that's going to have a reasonable amount of glue. Yep. Okay. All right, so, and I also have to make 3 of them. So I need 2 more big circles. Jamie's trying to straighten her studio. Ha! Oh, well, that was
good for you. I need to be doing that, but alas, I'm playing instead. It's way more fun.
Yes, it is. Becky's leaving.
I do have a friend that that's just started doing mixed media, and so I am going to give her first chance at my stuff that I haul out before I take it to the Salvation Army and see if they can use it in there where the people stay.
Mm-hmm.
So I did tell her that I thought if I did that would make me get on it faster because I know somebody would be coming.
Becky, if you're still here, Journey just asked if you got her email, and I don't know that she's still here.
We're glad you're here, Journey.
Go. And Jamie says it's easy peasy. She's looking at it and thinking about it. She's talking about cleaning up. She's looking at it.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I do that all the time, and you're right. That part's easy. It's
yeah,
actually doing that's hard.
Yeah, I can do that part in my state of sleepiness. I have to tell you what I did yesterday. I went in the middle of the afternoon. I was so tired at 2:30 that I went and I laid down. Okay, that's not a bad thing. I needed a nap. It's no big deal, but I went so sound asleep. I mean, out cold, sound asleep. That doesn't normally happen. Usually I just lay there and rest a little bit and get up 30 minutes later and go on. Nope, I'm out cold. Well, the problem with that is that Jeff comes in. He must come in about 3:30 and takes a shower, and he's trying to be real quiet. And I'm awake enough. I tell him, oh, don't worry about it, honey. I'm getting up, right? Except that I roll over. I crash completely. I finally drag my lazy butt out of bed at 4:30, 4:45, So I haven't taken my pictures for my show last night. I haven't gotten dinner started. It's like, okay, so then that's okay. That's okay. I needed a nap, but then I didn't sleep all night. Not hardly a wink. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh.
I understand that. That's exactly what would have happened to me. I went to bed early last night, and it took me a while to go to sleep, but I did go to sleep a little bit earlier than normal because it normally takes me a while to go to sleep. But I woke up at 5 going, I really need some more sleep. And it wouldn't come and wouldn't come. And I tossed and turned and tossed and turned. And Darren finally got up at about 6:15 and got ready and went to work. And then I went right back to sleep. It was like, oh yeah, okay, the bed's on mine now. I don't have to worry about waking him up so now I can sleep.
Uh-huh. Yep. Okay. Andrew says that it's not cleaning that's her problem. Her problem is this: her studio is out of room, and she needs an addition on the house.
Oh, me too. That would be so much better. I just need
Yeah.
more space. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The problem is I know exactly what would happen if I got more space. I would just fill it up too, and I would have the same problem again.
Guess what? That's exactly what happens. I got rid of so much stuff when we left South Dakota. I just got rid of it, and I said bye. Of course, every time I turn around, I'm thinking, where is that? I can't find it. Okay, I got rid of that. Yeah, like all my canning jars, I got rid of them
Yeah.
all. And then, of course, I want to make water kefir, and I'm like, I don't have any bloody canning jars. I don't have this. I don't have that. I'm like, grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. And Jeff says, why are you buying canning jars? And I'm like, well, I just dehydrated a whole big jar of basil, and I have this and that, and that I need to put in jars. And he's like, oh, uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
But new products make our lives easier coming along, like luminous ink pads and square cutters. Square cutters? Ooh, I don't know about a square cutter. What is a square cutter?
I don't know.
Of course, Andrea, it is perfectly acceptable to add on to your house for, a space.
I think it is too.
Mm-hmm.
And if I've even had dreams and drew up plans, but I don't have money, so it doesn't happen.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Now I guess I could go get a job and quit crafting, and then I could add on to my house. But
Yeah, I was
that would
gonna
kind of defeat
say,
the purpose.
yeah, it's yeah, and then you don't have time to craft, so
Yeah.
or energy to craft. All right. Barbara was here, and sparkle gel watercolor crayons. Oh my. Your memory keeper has a cutter to cut squares. Betsy Doodle showed it, but it's a square in different sizes, just a square. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful, Lisa.
I said I wasn't going to cut that up, but I did want it on here. I decided, so I had to cut it up in order to get it to fit. But
Mm-hmm.
and I may not use these on this page. I may not. I don't know. But
Well,
I
I
am
thought it was
saving them.
pretty on there. I
Yeah,
thought it was pretty on there, so.
it is pretty on there. Um, I could also cut it in half and use it, on each corner
Mm-hmm.
instead of just two of them.
Oh, I liked the two though.
But
I really did like the two. That's me. So
I want some more lacy texture behind it. And that's too dull a color. It doesn't look good.
okay, I got two. Two ready. Two ready to glue down. I got to get another one of these.
Okay, I think I like that.
And if I had had brain cells earlier when I was playing, I would have done this where I could use it kind of in a better in a tag, but oh well. I didn't have brain cells, so.
Some days those are hard to come by. Okay.
Cut a square for $20. There you go. Barbara's inking edges. Oh, good thing. She's working on her project for Same Sex Wednesday.
That's important.
Yes, it is, since that's coming up next Wednesday. If y'all are not familiar with Same Sex Wednesday, there are 6 of us. APG Jamie, Barbara Clark, Lisa, myself, Jean Peter Artist, and Maria's Miscellany. I think that's how you say it. Did I get us all, Lisa? I hope I did.
Yeah.
Okay. And back in the beginning, we each sent the other 5 6 items, the same 6 items to each person, and we kept a set for ourselves. And the 6 of us take those 6 items, and we had to use 3 of them, but we all tried to use 6 of them, and we created. Most of us have made journal pages. You could do whatever you wanted with them, but you had to use at least 3 of those items in your project for that Wednesday. And it's always the 3rd Wednesday of the month. Okay. That's pretty dirty. Pretty grungy. It looks pretty good. And Maria. Yeah, Maria from Maria's Miscellany.
Yeah, her name's Maria Verano, but her channel's Maria's Miscellany.
Yeah.
Miscellany, I think is how she says it.
It has been fun, Jamie. I agree. It's been a lot of fun. Okay, let's see here. Which one do we want to use? I think we'll use this one. Get rid of some of the coffee that's on it.
I'm trying to decide if this dark trim looks good on it and if it's enough. It's a kind of a burgundy.
It's pretty.
I need something there.
Thank you, hon.
But I've also got this one.
I almost like that one better if you're only going to put it on one side.
This color?
Yeah, the other one is kind of dark. To me, it makes that side of the page kind of heavy. But ask everybody else.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was thinking too. I don't have enough of the other one to go all the way around. I actually
It
do have enough of this one to go all the way around, but I don't know if I
doesn't
want
really
to or
need to
not.
go all the way around. Do you have enough of the other one to go down both sides?
Um, I might. Let me see. Yeah, I have enough to go down both sides.
Well, in that case, then the darker one, I like the darker one, but I didn't like it just on that one side. Okay, let's get
The
this.
problem with putting it over here
Is
is that
it
it's really thick
mm-hmm. Yep,
and my page probably won't want to. Of
close right. Then I would
course,
use
it
the
is
light.
fabric, so it,
Yeah, that if you're worried about that, I would use the lighter one and just go down the one side, which I thought was pretty.
well, it seems like it's going okay.
Going okay. Well, which way do you like it best? That's the next question.
I think I like the dark one on both sides best.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that answers that question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Where's my other piece? There it is. Okay. Now, the trick is to glue these all down where they need to go. Because I'm going to put that there, that there.
Let me see. Somewhere I have some freight
There.
checks. If I can find it.
Find the freight check, yes. Mm-hmm. That'll
Oh,
go
there it
like
is.
that.
Whoops.
Okay. Right. I'm happy. That's what we're going to do. Ta-da. All right. Uh-huh. That is true, Susan. Sometimes we do not have a measuring device in our pocket.
Yeah, when I carried a bigger purse, I always had a measuring tape in my purse. And I got this little bitty purse, and I really like the little bitty purse because it's not as heavy and it the size limits me to the things that are really necessary. But
Yep. Yep. Yep.
but I don't have my measuring tape. And when we were looking for coolers at the thrift store the other day, and I found that little glass plate that I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to use for that jelly plate.
Yep.
I couldn't. I wasn't sure if it was the right size or not.
Yeah.
And I was like, Hannah, do you have a measuring tape in your purse? And she said no. I was like, ah. Anyway, I went up and I asked the lady at the front desk, and she said yes, she had one, so we were all good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's amazing how many places have them. Um, the I'm nosy. What were you trying to get coolers for?
We've got to clean out our freezer.
Ah, uh-huh. Yep.
And last time I stuck everything, some stuff in the refrigerator freezer, and put some stuff in my coolers and some stuff in Mom's cooler.
Mm.
And but I thought if we had another cooler, it would be easier because my other freezer and the refrigerator has got stuff in it as well. So I just thought it'd be easier to find a cooler. And I don't want to spend a lot of money on a cooler I'm only going to use to,
Yep. Yep.
defrost the freezer with. So,
Hmm.
um, anyway,
When we lived in
I,
South Dakota, one of the guys that Jeff works with, he has MS. So he would get his medicine because of where we lived. He got a bunch of his medicines in these small styrofoam coolers. So anytime I needed to do something like that, I'd call Beth and say, I need, and she would save up, and because they were perfectly good coolers and they were nice coolers.
yeah.
And she was always giving them away, but at the same time it was like, I need, and so she would just save them up for us.
That was nice.
Of course, here I keep we keep big coolers in the car.
Yeah. Well, I have one that I keep in there for when I do grocery shopping.
Yeah.
But that's only I have that, and then I have a little one that we've sterilized that Darren takes to work and brings home ice in.
And
And so I didn't really want to use it. And it's
no.
little, it won't hold a lot anyway. So
Okay. So there goes that.
Anyway, I found one, but it didn't really want to seal very well when you had it. And I thought, I don't want to pay $15 for one that's not going to seal well. I know they cost way more than that when you buy them new.
Yes, but at the same time.
But at the same time, if I'm going to spend $15 on it, I want it to be usable.
Yep.
So I didn't buy it, but I'll look again. If I don't find one, then we'll figure out a way to do it. Darren said, "Well, just wait until it's
until it cools down." Yeah.
Until it's really cold outside, and then we'll just put things in boxes out on the porch."
Yep.
So, which will work fine, but Ethan's going to do that for me, and so I want to have stuff available when he decides to do it, because
I get that. I already heard what you're saying. Hi Jude.
Hi Jude, we're glad you're here.
We weren't paying any attention. That Timmy sold some to. Yep. Time skipping fun.
Shoot. Okay.
I agree, Susan. I really wish I had not put money into the distress pads. Now, luckily, I got them all on clearance, so it wasn't a huge expense. But
I did too, which is the only reason I even had so many.
Yeah, and but I definitely do not find that the distress inks are something I really have any desire to. I haven't even bought reinkers. I did buy walnut stain reinker because I was using it a lot, but I've quit using that, and I really like these other inks, these archival inks, so much better because they're permanent. And I do like the color of that walnut stain and vintage photo. That vintage photo is a really pretty color. I like that one. But I'm real happy with the coffee and the sepia.
Okay, question.
Yep.
Do these need to go centered or to one side and
I
the
like
other?
it one. Yeah, I like that. The one side.
That's how I like it best too.
And partially because the words do that.
Yeah. Should I do it opposite the way the words are doing it, or do it?
No, I do it the same. The way you had it before. Hello, Kathleen. Welcome, welcome.
We're glad you're here.
She said she did a styrofoam cooler. Um, what you call coolers are like a cooler bag you take shopping for cold meats, etc. Sorry, Jude. What we're talking about is
I
what
guess really an
you're
ice
looking for
chest.
is more of an ice chest, a harder one, a bigger, like a big square box that's used to put cold food in, like when you go camping and that kind of thing. Although I do keep those cooler bags for going shopping in all our cars too. But what she's looking for is the kind that look like a big box with a lid.
Yeah,
An
the
ice
ones that really
chest
keep things cold for several hours.
for yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm happy with that page.
Yay,
And I think it goes well with my angel.
yay. Oh yeah, but now is that the center?
Nope.
Okay, well. Oh, but that is the page that opposes it. It's not.
Yeah. They go,
Oh yeah,
this
because
is the,
you sewed it together already, so
yeah.
all the pages are in line now.
And that's why I did it, because I want to be able
Have yeah
to know
to
what
know
I'm
what
working next to.
yeah. Hmm. Okay. Now then, I am not going to put these pieces on there because I want to sew up and down them a couple of times, I think, before I do that. And then I'll just glue them on. But now
That
I have a
sounds good.
little tuck all decorated up. I might, when I glue this on, I might glue on like a little piece that decorates it too. We'll see. So those are drying. Those gotta be sewed. You gotta keep it straight here. Doesn't every gas station and grocery store in Florida sell them? They did when I lived there. Yeah, Susan, but I'll tell you what, they're expensive.
Are you talking about the little styrofoam coolers?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they're
I
like
think
$10 or something.
yeah. And
They're
Jamie
not
says
something cheap.
she calls her little soft-sided bags refrigerator bags. Hmm.
I'm lazy. I call everything a cooler. Well, sometimes I call the big one an ice chest. But
You have a chiller that cools meat down but not freeze them. Um, does it plug into the? Is it like a 12-volt thing, Jude? Would plug into the car charger thing? There's a ice chest refrigerator freezer thing that we've looked at for the camper, but that was before when we had the old camper because that refrigerator was so smaller. And we looked at one of those for um, the possibility of putting it down below. It's like 12 for here. It's 12 volts.
you are very clever, Jamie. I agree.
Refrig. Yes, like your smaller ones for campers. Yep. We we actually talked about getting one of those. Our old RV had a place in the bottom that you could plug it in the storage, that you could plug one of those in. And I have an uncle that uses his a lot, and we talked about getting one. We just then we lost the RV, and the new RV has a full size refrigerator in it. We never even fill it up. So only
Oh,
reason.
Jude says what she's got is a big one like butchers use because her husband goes hunting.
Oh, oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to let this sit here a little bit because if I turn the page, well, I could probably do this.
That is one of the problems of having put it all together.
Yeah,
I understand why you wanted to do it, but
there are always positives and negatives. There's
that's it.
trade-offs.
And I'm about to get to the point where I'm going to put mine together, but I still have a few things I want to sew in. So, and until I get to the point where I'm done doing that, then I don't want to sew it together until I'm done doing that. After that, I will have to just, if I find something I want to put on that got stitching, I will just have to stitch it and glue it in, make it look like it's stitched.
Yeah.
Jamie says, la 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 la, I'm so fancy and junk. I loves you all. We love you. um, Store gas station. Oh, that's cool, Teresa. That would be, of course. I don't have a big freezer anymore because that's the last thing I need is to have a freezer full like that and be gone when we have a hurricane. When we go off next spring uh, to see Lisa and to do our trip, if we get to go, you notice I said if we get to go.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Don't jinx it by just assuming.
no, there's no assuming anymore. Um, I will empty the freezer out before we go. I will not have my brother-in-law have to worry about, because that'd be the only person that could do it. So, starting the 1st of February, we will be eating out of it and not having anything else. The kind that's up on a stand. Ice in that cooler will last outside for a week, and that's awesome. Yeah, Susan, I'm sure that the most of the and especially down here on the beach, $10 is a small amount. I bet you they're 15 to 20 easy in the summertime. Okay, we're gonna put these. See my cute little my cute little envelopes, and all the words are all right side up. I made that way for Lisa.
I like things right side up.
Well, it makes sense. So, anyways, they now have a pocket, a little tag pocket. That's where you tuck this piece. And I'm going to put them on like corner tucks. So, they're going to go onto these on the inside where you can't write, like so. And they're just going to be glued in. You could write on that page, but that's okay. That sounds like fun. We have a generator, Jude. We actually have a gigantic 15,000 watt generator. It will run the whole house when we figure out we got to get an electrician to make it where it can be plugged into the whole house. That's the problem. And we had no problem keeping my refrigerator going, but you got to be here to keep it going. And if you're not here, then somebody else has to figure out how to do that. And one of the reasons we put hurricane windows on here is so that nobody has to come and put up shutters if we're gone. And these windows will take 80-mile-an-hour impact, supposedly, without breaking. So the plan is to not have anybody have to come over here when they're already trying to take care of themselves, trying to take care of, his dad on top of it. We actually have 3 generators because we have one in the RV and we have a small one and then we have a big one. When the hurricane hit, Jeffrey had a terrible time and neither one of the portable generators wanted to start. I had a canner and canned everything in the freezer. That happens too, Teresa. We cooked all of Mom's food. Well, not all. Anything that I could salvage the next day after Sally hit, but I couldn't get to the freezer in time to save some of it. A mud camp stove outside, so the power shuts out. We can cook and still eat. I have a gas stove for that reason. If the power's out, that's why Mom came over here, because she does not have that option. And Jeff grilled all the meat that she had in her freezer that was going to go bad, that I could save. I had to pitch a bunch of it, but I saved a bunch. Okay, so those are in. We went with this. We had a weird situation with the hot water tank, and we're not happy exactly with. We're happy with what we've got, but we're not happy with the plumber over it. He told us we were going to have to do a whole bunch of rigmaroles to put a new hot water heater in there, and then when the actual plumber came out, we didn't. But because of it, we have this hybrid water heater, especially since it's hot here, it works well. But it's like a heat pump. It's very cool, and it cools the mudroom in the summertime real well. But when the power's out, we don't have any hot water. But that's all right. I know how to boil water. We did just fine. Okay. All right. I think I better get some clippies out for that. Come on, go back in there. Lisa's being so quiet.
This is it's not, I'm having trouble with this page, and besides, I was just enjoying listening to you.
Oh, okay.
I didn't feel the need to say anything.
There we go. Did we
I'll interrupt you if I feel the need.
Okay. Did we say hi to Candy? I don't know if we did or not.
Yes, I think we did.
Okay. So she's been here more than a second.
Oh yeah. We said hi to her quite a while ago.
Used to babysit 3 of the most spoiled children ever. Oh dear. Not fun, Teresa. Okay. These are just the little tops to my paper pads that I made the other day. So I'm just I stitched on them so that they look like they're stitched, and then I'm gluing them
Yeah.
on because I wanted to cover up the staples on both sides. Was really the reason that I have to put this on. And my eyes must be really bad today. Teresa, did your double vision clear up some? I hope so. She's chatting more today, so I'm guessing that it's better.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. I have an idea. We will see if it works.
That's oh true. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep, yep. That's interesting, Teresa. Um, it was funny, Susan, the last time we got snowed in South Dakota, both Jeff and I are worrying over the refrigerator and the freezer, and then we realized that all we had to do was open the door to the freezer in the garage because it was so far below zero. It was never gonna get too warm. It was hysterical. We're just like, oh, my freezer is full, and it's like blah blah. But the freezer was in the garage, and it was well below zero out there, so not a problem. So that's what my little paper pad looks like. It's just got a tab, and then it'll have a tab over there, and then it's got little papers in it. Ta-da!
That's very cute.
So, all right, so that one is done. Okay, so all right, I'm confusing myself here. Oh, she's still having, she's sitting closer to the screen and she's having to find the right kind of eye doctor.
Oh, well, I'll be praying you find one that will take your insurance because it's expensive enough when you've got insurance, and when you don't, it's horrible.
Well, we don't have eye insurance. I know about that. So, however, shouldn't say that because when I had to have my cataracts done, some of it was paid for by. But like when Jeffrey had his big problems with his eyes and the disease he has, they wouldn't cover any of that. It was ridiculous.
You would think some of that would have been covered under major medical.
Yeah, yeah, but because the doctor that he saw had to use a laser to fix the problem, they said it was like LASIK. So it
Oh,
was
so they
gonna.
thought it was elective?
Yeah, well, it had to do with that, and the thing was is that if we had lived in Iowa instead of South Dakota, it would have been covered. But we lived in South Dakota, and so it wasn't covered. And um, so the doctor said, "Well, it's going to be this much to fix the disease, and it will be this much, like $100 more to go ahead and have LASIK." So Jeff went ahead and had LASIK surgery done, which meant that he got rid of his glasses, and it made him happy, and that's always a good thing.
Yep.
Okay, so I have 3 pages like this. Do I want to put it on that, or do I want to put it on these? I might put it on these. So you can't write on this. So I am going to make up like a little flip up, flip down thing on here. Just with some, I have the piece. Where did it go? Well, I did have. Maybe I put it behind me. I did. I have a piece of coffee dyed paper that I'm just going to make some little flip up, flip down things. Or do I want to use plain coffee dyed paper? Because I'm going to lose. Yeah, I think I like this piece best. So I need to cut it into thirds, which means I have to do math. Isn't it funny that seeing is elective? I agree with you, Susan. Lisa has snow on her page. She does have snow on her page. I didn't see her do that.
I'm fixing to have snow on my page if this will work.
Teresa wanted to know if you're using texture paste.
Yes, I am. I am. That's my plan.
Okay, math. We have to do math. You saw my video yesterday, right? That I got 3 reams of this paper for.
No, I missed that one.
Oh, well, you have to go see what my junkin from last week. I did not find a thing at the estate sale. Not even, you know, a card or anything that I wanted to get at the estate sale. But Jeffrey took me to like 5 garage sales afterwards on the way back home. There were several I didn't get anything at, but one of them I got. They were opened, but there's definitely 3 reams for this 11. No, this is 8.
8.5 by 11.
No, 8.5 by 14.
Oh yeah.
It's the legal size, 8.5 by 14. And I got 3 reams of it for $3. I'm like, yes, because that's way cheaper than I can even get it at the print shop when she has damaged stuff. So okay, if 14 divided by 3.
This is gonna not work, I don't think.
4 1/4. It was last night, Teresa. It should have posted last night, I think. Wasn't like yesterday, Wednesday?
Yeah, it was, and I was not on phone last night.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were visiting, spending your time with your hubby. Hi, Janet. We're glad you're here. Oh, that's pretty, Lisa.
Hi, Janet.
Now the next thing will be to get it dry.
Yeah. Of course, I'm choosing to do all these things that are difficult to move on with since I went ahead and put my book together.
Yep. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. Glad you're here,
Janet. Okay. If it was 12, that would be 4 inches. 4 inches, at least 2 inches. So a 1/2 inch more is 4 1/2. 4 and like 4 7/8. No, 4 5/8 each, I think. 4 5/8. Okay.
Nobody talk while Tanya's doing math.
Well, especially since how I didn't write it down, so we're just and an 1/8 of an inch difference is not going to kill me. I will be fine with that. But at the same time, it's like, oh, come on, Tanya. Surely you can figure it out.
Well, since it's going to take forever to dry, I'm going to just go ahead and do some more.
Okay. Well, how about that? I did it pretty darn close. I mean, okay, so the paper wasn't quite 14 inches long. It's close, but it must have shrunk when I did the coffee dyeing. So it's off by, less than a 16th of an inch. So that'll make me happy. There's a benefit
Uh,
to doing like the tag book or the crunchy one, single pages and then put together later. That's true. Okay, so my plan with these is to just fold one up like this, fold this down like that,
okay.
and put it on here.
Well, I said I wanted
Kind of
texture. That's what I got.
like a little pocket too, but then it will open like this, and you could write in it. But since I'm sewing around everything, I think I want to sew around those too. So okay, that means I can't go any further because can't do that until I've sewed around them. And inked them because we're inking everything. Everything has to be inked. So we'll just set those up there. See where we're at with the next thing. Okay. Okay,
Jane,
what?
give me a Coke. Uh,
Uh-huh.
we just said it at the same time.
I'll get you one when I get there. But we'll have to go out to get it because I don't have them in the camper.
I don't have them in the house either.
There you go.
We'll go out for an iced tea. How about that?
All right.
I'm just used to saying it with Coke.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So
I'm
there
going to mute
again,
for a minute and dry this a
and
little
try
bit.
that. There again, I cannot write on this page very well. So I have to think of something that I either need to put a pocket that will hold a tag or an envelope. I also have these, which I thought might be fun to decorate, but they didn't get coffee dyed. I thought I had some coffee dyed ones of those too, but I didn't. I have these. I could put that on there. And all three of the insides are different, but they just need some. That would be kind of cute. I could do some kind of decoration on there. Have a Coke and a smile. There you go. It is pretty, isn't it, Teresa? It's just really pretty. And the pearl, whatever that texture paste she used that's pearl is really gorgeous.
Okay. Luckily, I have a page over here I can still work on while that's drying.
Uh-huh. See? Okay, I'm thinking maybe I will do that stamp that I was not happy with. wasn't happy with it just on the page, but I think it might look cool on this.
What would
So
look cool on that?
that gigantic stamp that when I stamped it with the darker ink, that wasn't what I was wanting. But
Right.
if I stamped it on this and of course edged it and everything and then put
Oh,
it in
that'd be
here,
pretty.
that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking. So um, that means I have to. Okay, probably gonna want my brayer. Find where I put that stamp. That's another reason why my studio is such a mess. I got 6 projects out at the same time. Uh, time cards are cool. Maybe write Christmas vacation on them. That might be fun. I think though, before I do that, I might. I thought I had some coffee dyed already, but I'm not finding. I didn't find them, so I don't know what I did with them. They're probably in some pile. But I think maybe I'll coffee dye some because they're just a little bright. So, and this is the stamp I'm talking about. And if I just put that like that, it'll stamp the whole thing. Mhm. Oh no, not good. It's a good thing I got an extra one of those. Well, I put that Versamark ink on there and then didn't clean it off.
Oh.
Hi, Joyce. I don't know that I saw you come in before. Okay, let's see what happens if we ink it up.
Hmm. Well,
This is when a giant pad, a bigger pad, not necessarily giant, but a bigger pad would be nice.
yes. Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is. I knew what quote I was looking for, but I couldn't find it. But that's because I didn't look hard enough because it was there.
Okay. Yeah, see, if I do
Oh,
that
that's pretty.
on that envelope, I just got to make sure I get the whole thing inked. And if not, I will put some kind of little embellishment over it later. Okay, so I got it inky, inky, inky. You don't like the seam on the pockets? Well, I kind of do. Plus, I'm going to put little string on there for sure. What do you call those little circle things that we put the string on? Um,
Oh, the closure things.
yes, the closure things.
Can't think of the name of them. They have a name, but
They have a name, and I just can't remember what it is.
well, has another stencil with Christmas trees. It's a small Tim Holtz stencil. And
They
that's, I
are
can't
in the
find
tin.
it. Huh?
I remember finally to send you pictures. How? Yes, I saw that. And Barbara, I already had similar idea, but I have a little bit. I'm going to go a little bit further with the cardboard. When I get to it, I'll do a video because I have an idea and I want to make sure it'll work first. But string and dot closures, yes. Thank you, Susan. Yes, the closure makes it cool. Well, I don't know if that makes it cool, but it does make it funner, more funner, more funner. That is not a
More
word.
funner.
And there we go. See? Now, this part isn't pretty, but I think it will be fine once I ink it, and I will probably put a little embellishment plus our little closure will be there. So, all right, so now we got to do it again. We got to do it 3 times. Woo, woo, woo.
Okay, I'm very frustrated.
What's the matter?
Well, I had this stencil that I was going to use,
And it's disappeared.
and it's disappeared. Yep, and I had it with my Christmas stuff, so it should be right here. Oh, there it is. Okay.
I meant to ask you, where did you get the Christmas tree die that you got? Was that at one of the stores or did you order that?
I ordered that off of Amazon.
Okay.
I will send you a link to it if you want me to.
When you get a chance, I'm not in any rush, and I thought I would, but I thought I would do maybe painty paper Christmas trees. I thought it might be fun.
Oh, that would be fun. That would actually probably look better here, now that I'm thinking about it, than what I
Yeah,
was thinking about doing.
that just amazes me, Barbara, that top tray in that very expensive box of ink is such a thin piece of plastic. That's, it just amazed me. But getting it out of the box, I'm afraid that your paper tabs make a lot of sense, and that's what I was going to do. I'm just going to use a piece of bias tape. Was my plan. Okay, 2 down. Okay. Now I need to find another envelope because I got that one all messy. Don't tell me I didn't bring a fourth one out here. Hi.
I'll show you the die just a second.
Oh, mm-hmm.
There are actually 2 of them.
Thank you, Teresa.
One of them is this Tim Holtz die. Now I stuck the other one in here. Ah, I'm ready to scream at myself.
It got to another place. It went somewhere else, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Anyway, here's this one, which I think is really pretty, and it could be used, anytime. It doesn't have to be Christmas, which is one of the things I really like about it. And then the other one, I had stuck it in here with this one, so it would not get lost. So how did it get lost? I'm trying to look down here and see if I can find it. Thing is, I don't remember taking it out after I stuck it in there, so I have no idea where I would have put it. The other one where I put it made sense because I put it with some other stencils that I had planned to use. Well, let me look over there in case that dies with those stencils.
Yeah, because that stencil is kind of what I'm thinking about is a more solid tree.
Um,
And of course, I'm going to have to go to the other room to get another. Oh no, there's one right there. I was going to have to go clear to the other room to get another one.
well, the other die had two pieces, and one piece was solid, and the other one was solid with little flaps cut in it. And you just put it on this top of this one and lift the flaps, and so it gave some dimension.
Dimension.
That was the other one, the other die. But frustratingly enough, I can't find it. I have
Yeah,
one bag that has fabric and stuff in it, and the other bag has all the other Christmassy stuff.
Teresa says her fairies and her apron has hidden themselves from her too. And yes, Barbara, gluing that tabs underneath so that you can just grab hold of it will keep you from tearing up that plastic tray. I always hated trying to ink these gigantic stamps. That's just always been one of those things that's a pain.
Well, I can't find it, so
Okay.
but I can. I do know where to find, a link to the
Yeah.
actual thing that I can send you, and maybe by next Tuesday I will have found the die. But
But see that stencil, that's kind of the die, kind of what I would like for a die. It's just a plain one like that.
yeah,
Because I'm
I would
thinking
like
about
to have one like that too, but I didn't see any.
you didn't see any.
I
Okay.
was looking. That was a die. That was
Yeah.
solid.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
sure there are some. I just didn't notice them.
yeah. I'm thinking with painty paper that would be really cool. Okay, let's see how we did. Oh, good. All right, so we got those. Let's put this somewhere right there. Now we're going to put, probably better ink it first, right? Yeah, better ink it first because otherwise I'll forget. Yeah, post pictures, Barbara.
Okay, I'm thinking I'm going to see if I can cut a tree out of this.
Ooh, that'd be pretty.
That because this is kind of whimsical, and a tree cut out of that might look good with it.
Mm-hmm. And it'd be really pretty with your snowflakes.
So I'm going to try.
Okay. All right, we got to do this side.
I need to get rid of some of this paper and get it out of the way.
The tea fairy came in and he didn't come find out if I needed tea.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh. Coffee dyeing envelope sometimes does this. So just be aware. Yep, see that one's undone too. This seam is still good, but that bottom seam is not good anymore. So I'll have to glue them back together. And of course, now up here, I have one kind of envelope that you can coffee dye those puppies all day long, soak them in the coffee forever and ever. That glue does not go away. It just amazes me how much glue's in there. You finally got your Rolodex die. I hmm. Um, do I remember that there was one of those?
I didn't know there was one. That's really cool.
Teresa, would you post a link in the group, please? Don't post it here because I won't be able to look at it very easily. If you get a chance, would you post a link in the group? That would be, they make them come apart. That is caffeine for you. There you go. That's right. Make them fall apart. Hmm. All right, that's starting to get there. She got it from Amazon, so of course back when I wasn't finding any Rolodex cards, I would have really needed it. But I recently got a whole bunch of Rolodex card at an estate sale, so I think I'm good since I haven't even started that project. I know they do Rolodex cards. One isn't, well, no, I guess that's, they do the index cards, but a lot of people do Rolodex cards when they do the index cards. Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, which I think would be fun. Um,
Hello, Dana. Welcome,
it'd
welcome.
be fun to cut Rolodex cards out of, other kinds of paper.
Yes.
I would think like mixed media paper or watercolor paper or something that would give you, a different surface to work on.
Well,
Okay, I'm thinking about doing it like this.
oh, that's cute. She needs to be inked.
Yes, she does.
Oh, Barbara's got to go. Bye, hun.
Bye, Barbara.
See you later. Don't be late and don't rush.
Oh, Dana. Hi. I'm sorry I didn't see you till just now. We're glad you're here. Tanya may have said hi to you, and I just didn't even hear her do that either.
Well, I just did, but I thought you said hello, and then I guess your brain was on that, so that's okay.
Well, I guess if I said hello, I didn't know I said it, so.
That's bad. That's bad. That's really,
I
really
know,
bad.
horrible, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Goodness
Yep.
gracious.
Uh-oh. I'm going to have to give it a haircut now.
One thing I wanted to do was leave this in the book page.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so because of that, I think I'm going to ink everything in red.
Okay.
And I used this little girl because she had there were red birds and she had on a red hat and boots, and
Mm-hmm.
so I knew she would go well with it. So
Bye, Barb. Barb's leaving too.
bye, Barb. Thanks for coming.
Mm-hmm. Bye. Jamie, if you're still here, I love your double inking thing. That double inking just is, it's a time consuming thing, but it sure is pretty.
I'm trying to decide which color ink to use. I think geranium.
Well,
Geranium or carnation?
the red geranium is the one I'm using, and it's bright, but it's not super fire engine.
Yeah. I don't actually, none of them really match this. So whatever I use, it's just going to be another red. So I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay, well, look at your sepia. How does it compare to that red?
You mean putting it on instead of the red?
Well, or putting the red on and going over it with the sepia.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do is the geranium and then the sepia. Of course, the vermilion and the sepia might look good too.
From Rach 113 or whatever her numbers are. Oh, I just love it. That is just, I'm just loving it. Um,
I'm
it
glad you
takes
like it, Susan. She wasn't sure she'd like that tree.
like the tree. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure I'd like it either, but
Well, one thing about it is until you glue it down, you can change it.
that's right.
Before you buy the die, let you know, and you cut a couple of the cards to see how they look. Okay, Teresa, thank you. That would be awesome. That would be really awesome, Teresa. I'd appreciate it. Um, my thought was is that I make painty paper, and it would make a really nice Christmas card to use my own painty paper kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I could probably do an ornament with a circle die or something like that, but I thought that the Christmas tree might be really pretty. Okay.
Well, if you're doing a bunch of them, it would definitely be easier and faster to go ahead and use the dies. But this little tree wasn't that hard to cut out.
Yeah. Teresa, if you would just cut me one or two so that I can see what it looks like, that'd be awesome, hon. I don't cut me a whole bunch. For one, it'll be a while before I even get to that project, but okay. So we've got that and that. That makes me happy. Now I got to have those little oh circly things, which means I
A
got
little
to
circle.
have some heavy. Did I get out any? Well, I could use this for the middles. That'd be awesome. Thank you. So sad. I do it too. It really adds a bit of sass when you want it. That's right. I think it does. I think it adds just. But I'll tell you what, inking all my pages really was. It took a lot of time. Uh, okay. I'm thinking. I think I'll make my little circles out of this red stuff. I can put this in the middle of it, make it sturdier. Possibly put it on the back. And do you know that it is 4 o'clock already? It's amazing how time goes when you're having fun.
Yes, it's going quick today. So,
Well, it went quick Tuesday. Oh, we haven't talked about that. Guys, we talked about it some on Tuesday, and we're going to mention it again. Um, we have been switching back and forth every week, and sometimes we forget who's supposed to do what when. Like this week on Monday night, neither one of us could remember whose channel we were supposed to be on Tuesday. So we have made the decision, executive decision here, that we are going to be on my channel 2 o'clock on Tuesday and Lisa's channel at 2 o'clock on Thursday. So we will be on the same channel the same day every week and not be flipping back and forth. It'll make it easier for y'all to find us. And so yeah, Susan, I have found that to be true. I have several Rolodexes now, and not all of them hold the same kind of cards. It's very interesting.
Because
Okay.
they're different size cards.
Yeah, they're different size cards. I have a baby Rolodex. It's really cute. Um, and then I have a big Mamba Jamba one. I need a bunch more of these. Jamie says sounds like great. So it would just be easier to find us. And then we don't have to remember because, I only have a few brain cells left, so I got to use them for the important stuff. Like keeping my little thingies from going on the floor and disappearing.
So Tuesday, Susan, we're on Tanya's channel every Tuesday at 2. And on Thursdays at 2, we're on my channel.
Yeah, from now
That's
on.
That's
our
new
new plan. And then of course I'll do Sunday on my channel like I always have, and Lisa will do Monday on her channel like she always has. But when we come together, we'll be doing it that way. The Tuesdays on mine and Thursdays on Lisa's. Okay, I think I have enough little doodads on that color now. Now I just got to get the middles. Yep. Tuesday Tanya, Thursday Lisa. This cardstock is sturdier, so I'm going to do the supporting things for my little circles out of it. I always do 3 layers.
And 3 is definitely better than 2. I did 2 one time and it was not so great.
They're just not strong enough.
I thought, well, it's a thicker cardstock. It should be okay, but
yeah,
it wasn't thick enough to be okay.
Even this thick cardstock, that thin layer, I'll have to see if that thin layer is going to make it enough, because I usually try to get 3 layers of the thicker stuff. But this one is really heavy. This is the one that I got that's miscut. It's only 8 inches. I think this is the one that's that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, instead of being 8.5 by 11, it's only 8 inches by 11. And because of that, somebody miscut it at the print shop. And because of that, I got it really cheap. I think I sent you some in your box one time.
You did, and I've already used it all up. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it doesn't last long when you like
love it.
when you love it. That's right. Susan thinks she'd like to have a Christmas tree like yours for a real life tree. Okay, let's see here. We've got to move these back.
All right, now back to this one. If I can find what I did with what I was going to use on it. I put it up somewhere. There we go. I put it up somewhere.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, I thought I had all my stuff sorted out last week, yeah, Tuesday, and which ones I had to sew and which ones I had to ink, and then somehow I managed to pick them up all together, and so then I had to sit down and go through everything and figure it out because oh, that's gonna be cute. Then I'll put a little something on it. Yep,
Yes, that will be cute.
I
Very
like
cute.
I like it. The tree die wasn't that big, Mindy. She cut it out by hand, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I cut it out by hand. The tree die was only about this big,
Yeah.
but I couldn't find that one, so
Yep, they may have to be 4 layers because I used that thinner stuff on the top. We'll wait till they dry to decide, but
I'm kind of wishing now I had just left the words. The words were right here.
oh,
So I cut it at this angle, tore it at this angle.
mm-hmm. If you'd have just left the words, then well,
That might have been good. I don't know. I don't remember what it said. So I don't remember if it was something I would have liked or not.
well, just tuck your quote. Okay, just tuck your quote partly on there and partly not. And that way it won't matter if it's angled like that. Button and string closures. Susan looked it up.
All right. Now we know the official name.
Uh-huh. I knew they had a name. I just couldn't remember it. And I won't be able to remember that the next time I want to use them. But I do
Okay.
I like them. I like using them.
This is already wider than my quote.
Uh-huh.
So I'm
That's what
trying to decide, would it be better to make the quote centered on the paper and let that be like that, or to try to do something that matches it or is opposite, or
I don't know. That if that's all you're going to put on the page, something looks off.
it does. I'm trying to decide, do I want to add something here, or do I want to just forget about this little picture and do something different?
Um, I don't know. I don't know because it just looks like they're hanging out in, you know, separate kind of things. It just they look off is what I'm trying to say, I
Yeah,
guess.
they do. That's exactly what my brain is telling me. I just don't know if I can make it work together at all, or if I just need to give up on this.
Okay, take your picture and make it go up higher. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There you go. Now, take your quote and put it so that the upper left-hand corner covers up your sleigh, basically. But yes, but push it off push it off as far as you can push it off.
Well, I can't. I mean, I'd have
You
to
can't
go.
push it now drop it down. Drop it so that the angle of your picture shows. Keep dropping. Keep dropping. There you go. Stop. Nope, don't like it.
I don't like it either. Okay, so I'm going to keep this quote for now and work on something else to go there instead.
Mm-hmm. I don't think she could get it far enough offset was the problems.
Yeah, that's what it was. The page is too curvy over here to put it very far that way and
Yeah.
ends before you could do it on this side.
I told myself one day I was going to just sit and make a whole bunch of these in black and brown. So I just had them and didn't have to stop to make them every time I wanted them. I guess that's one of those things we can do in our next year when we're using our scraps up.
Yeah.
Because it always takes so much time to make these. Just when you're in the middle of what you're doing, it would be so nice to just have them and have them done. Oh. Mindy said something outdoorsy. Yes, a winter something. Okay. They're talking about your page, I think.
Yeah, and that's one reason that was outdoorsy was one reason I was doing the snowflakes and stuff, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to take 4 um, thicknesses on because that one cardstock is just so thin. Which is okay. Then I got to ink them. Cardinals will come when you call them. Jeff knows that they come when he walks out the door and takes the bird feeder down. They know he's going to fill the feeder up. So, okay. So, all right, we have those up there, and we have these right here. And now we have to put a hole in the middle of each of these. That's not the one I like. This is the one I like. Was Janice here earlier? Did we say hi to Janice? Hi, Janice.
hi, Janice. If she was here earlier, I totally missed her.
Yep, me too. Oh, it's a quarter after. Do we want to do I didn't get anything done, really. Do you want to show your pages? When you,
I'm trying to decide about that.
I like that better.
I do too.
It may not be as outdoorsy, but it's very wintry, so.
Well, I can show real quick, right, what I did, and then I'll let you show what you did.
Oh, well, I didn't do much, but that's fine.
I'm fixing to glue these down, and then this one will be done. And I did this one.
I was going to say, that's a double page spread.
Yeah, and then I did this one right here.
Okay.
And I sewed my book together.
And you sewed your book together, so that was quite a bit.
What it looks like right now.
Okay. It is pretty. I think it's lovely with the stuff fluffs out and all that kind of thing. All right. Okay, well, I did get the little tops put on my pads. Let's see what else I did. I glued these in because they're finished. I made these are going to be flip up, flip downs that are just going to go on here like so to kind of do this page just a little, to give this page a little bit of writing space, plus it'll give it a little place for a tag. And look, cute kind of thing. That's got to be stitched around before I glue them on. I got these things glued onto the pages so I can stitch on them. I made these, which when I sew on this piece is going to go here like that, and then stuff can tuck in here like so. It'll be
That's
like
I like it.
that. I like this little bit of red peeking out with this red, so.
Yeah.
And there's three different, they all look cute with it, so I'm real pleased with how that came out. I think that's about it, other than stamping on these envelopes, and I'm getting ready to put these doodads on. So I'll put them on, and then these will go. I'll probably sew around these before I put them on, just because I've been sewing. I sewed around the other envelopes that I have. Where are they? They're right here. These are going in like pockets. Oh, I was going to ask. I want an opinion. I
Alrighty.
think I should ink this edge of this envelope.
I would. That
Okay.
doesn't mean you should. It just means I would.
Okay. Well, I think as much as I've inked everything else, that I should ink that edge. And it's open enough. I can get to it as long as I do it before I put it into the pages. So,
Yeah.
but, and guys, we have to go early today is the reason we're kind of finishing up. We need to run over to Mom's. So, I have to be off of here right by 4 o'clock. And that's just one of those things sometimes. I haven't been over there in too many days. That's the problem. So I will probably be putting, I think I'm going to wait to do this. I will put these on with some little brads. I'll have to find some little brads. And I'll put them on with little brads. And then on the back side, where the brad pieces are, I will glue another piece like so.
Yes. That always works well.
Yeah, and that the other thing is that the last time I put these things on an envelope, I found that my brads wanted to pull out, so I will probably put one of these creamy color ones, then punch my hole for my brad, then put my brad in, and then put the little red one over the top of it, so
I
that,
think that's a good idea. Yeah.
yeah. And I will do that down inside the same way so that you get, you get what do you call it? A double layer. So, and I don't know if everybody was here when I showed this, but Susan Gerald suggested this the other day when I opened up this little box of these little silly little things. This is a little box that bullets come in. And this one isn't quite as nice as this one, but this one only had 25 holes. This one has little pins instead of little boxes. It's really hard to see, but instead of, there's just a pin in there like that. And because of it, the stamp's set sideways, but it's still way better than loose. So that that's that's it for me today. Lisa, are you going to stay on or?
No, but I want to ask you a question real quick before we go.
Okay, we got a couple minutes.
Didn't mean to remove myself from the stream.
Well, there you go.
I was thinking about adding these three
Yep, yep,
stamps.
yep. Mhm.
All right. Well, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I
It
really
just
like
feels
those.
finished now.
Yeah, it has more layers and it has just a little bit of other stuff to draw your eye to it, and I really like that. Plus, it kind of there's that little box in the upper right hand left hand corner of the other page, the little girl with the tree page.
Yeah.
And so it adds those little boxes just that little bit.
All
So
righty. Well, I thought that's what I wanted to do, but I wanted to ask you before I just committed myself to it. Because I wanted somebody to agree with me.
yeah, I know you covered up part of your snowflakes, but I really think that's better than the other.
Oh, I do too. Yeah. And I knew that some of them were going to get covered up,
Yeah, yeah. So
but just knowing
okay.
that they're peeking out adds
Yes,
to it. So,
it act well. It's always those layers. It's always
yeah.
about those layers. So
All righty,
okay,
gang, we're going to
guys,
go.
we'll see you on Sunday for on my channel, and then Monday on Lisa's channel, like normal, and then next Tuesday we'll be here with me on my channel, and then Thursday will be on Lisa's channel. So from now on, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be Tuesday, Lisa will be Thursday.
All righty.
Let's
See
see.
y'all. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Love y'all.